Hello, this is Debbie Dachinger at the Dare to Dream radio show. Welcome for yet another installment of Magic and Miracles, where we get to learn and know somebody new who's doing magnificent things on this planet, and also to learn more about our journey to making dreams and goals come true. So let's get right into it, because this is what's going on today. ChunHaw HaSeYo. ChunHaw HaSeYo. That is Korean. And in Korean, in English, it means achieve the completion of your soul. Are you living out what your soul is calling you to do? Are you achieving the completion of your soul? I was very taken when I saw that on a poster in a Dawn yoga place. So that's what I offer to you, because I think its message in any language is just as potent. Your soul's blueprint came with certain proclivities, certain gifts, certain talents, certain desires to achieve and experience things. So are you having, being, and doing what you came here to have, be, and do? Are you living out your passions? Let's talk specifically. What do you need to do in order to make your dream come true? It is a step process. I promise you it works every time. You just have to show up for the steps. The first thing is the desire. You need to acknowledge what your desire is. What is your desire? It's usually that percolating, yummy feeling that really wakes you up. The second thing is that you have to decide. It's true, you have to choose. All people who achieve their goals or their targets have decided, I am blank. Whatever that is, you step into it. I'm going to lose weight, I'm going to quit smoking, I'm going to write a book, I'm going to go travel, I am going to make more money than God. You decide, right? The next thing is write out with that action. What action steps do you need to do in order for that to occur? Between you and that goal, what are the action steps? You got to take action. The third thing is, that was the third thing. The fourth thing is take out your list, right? Every day you got to look at your list and then execute exactly what's on the list. The fifth thing is heal and deal. What does that mean? That means that there are certain patterns that plague people. Fear, failure, trust, lack of clarity, playing small, time management issues. There are many things that stop people and sabotage them. So if it keeps working and throwing you out of your game over and over, it's time to stop having it happen and run away, and empowering it and running away from what it is you really want to do. This time, stay. What really successful people do, they all have these feelings too and perceive limitations, but the difference is they stay and they say, okay, I need to recognize you're just energy. And for whatever reason I adopted you, you are no longer working or serving me in my life. And so they find ways to keep moving forward, ways to feel. What would happen if you just didn't resist that feeling? What would happen if instead of resisting it or running from it, you just stayed and breathed through it? What does fear feel like? What does failure, if you've had a lot of it, feel like? What does lack of trust in a universe that's got your back feel like, or in your own capability feel like? All of that stuff, if you just breathe through it, it will no longer own you. And hey, you always have the option. If it's too big, go seek out a healer so you can move through it quickly. Yes, a healer can be a sealer too. They can seal that stuff off so you don't have to experience it anymore. And the last step, of course, is when you achieve your goal, is celebrate. Really honor yourself. Do something wonderful for yourself. Oh, yes. Well, I think actually, I have to say, something amazing may be happening with my book. I'm not going to say what until it's signed, sealed, and delivered. But this is my 3-time best-selling book, Dare to Dream, This Life Counts. So if and when it happens, you better believe I'm going to be doing something really wonderful for myself. Yoo-hoo! So kids, what's the one thing that people consistently mess up on that does not get them to their goal? I'm happy to share, and I'll tell you from observation, they don't take massive action. They don't. That's the one thing you can do right, really right. Keep moving forward. It's the only right thing you can do. So, it takes courage, by the way. It does take courage, and courage doesn't mean without fear. It means in spite of fear. Benjamin Franklin said, energy and persistence conquer all things. This past week, I was at a workshop. And at the very end of the workshop, I was talking to one of the facilitators, and she was acknowledging that I had shown up. It was a very packed, popular workshop. She said, what's interesting, Debbie, is that you're here. You said you were going to come, and you came. What's also interesting, she found, was the people she knew that she had experienced who said, I'm going to do that workshop. I'm so excited about it. And a day, they registered, and a day before the workshop, they called up and said, I can't come. And she said, why? They said, because I didn't create the money to come. And she said, why? And they said, well, I wished for it. I visualized it. I affirmed it. I did all this stuff, but it didn't come. Huh? Oh my goodness, that's a wish. That's not a dream. That's not a target. You must take action. Yes, there's a universe that supports you. Yes, there's magic and miracles. Yes, as we perceive from the inside, so it's reflected on the outside. But so what's it going to take for you to make that money to do what you want to do? Do you want to really do it? Because that's a pattern I bet those people experience over and I didn't have the money. Well, how did I get there? How did those other people get there? So you understand, I'm not making fun of you. I am loving you because I know this, intimately know this. You must do whatever it takes to get you where you want to be and what you want to have and what you want to experience. That's the secret. That's the one thing I can tell you always works. Take massive action. Let's talk about the origin of the word action because I love etymology. Totally turns me on to understand where words are from. Well, it's Middle English, Anglo-French, action, and Latin, action. From agere, to do. It means to do. Hello. Are you listening to me, Lucy? Because I am speaking the truth here. You get what I am saying to you? Good. You know, goal is always personal, so always take on targets that you desire. It's not something you should do. It's something you go, I want this. I really want to be there. Desire it badly enough that you're going to work for it. You may have to work hard for it. Sometimes things may come to you easily, sometimes not, but show up and make your goal really specific so it's workable and it's motivating. And I'll tell you another little truth. Most goals, most targets, most dreams, they feel challenging. That's right. We don't know a lot about what it's going to be like or experience anything, how it is going to be to get there, and it feels much bigger than who we currently are. Because what's going to happen as you pursue your goal is you grow into it. So it's okay they feel challenging and that you stretch a bit. I encourage it. It was Lou Holtz who said, ability is what you're capable of doing. Motivation determines what you do. Attitude determines how well you do it. So have a great attitude about moving forward. Dare to take bold actions. Life is meant to be lived, enjoyed to the fullest. So what can you do right now to be more daring? What can you do right now to be more darling? Daring to love yourself. Daring to break free of your limitations and behaviors that aren't serving you. Dare to embrace your passions. Dare to soar. Oh, dare to fly. This one always get that feeling of soaring and flying. It feels good to me. Dare to take risks. Dare to make a difference. Dare to be bold. Dare to embrace your uniqueness. You were put here the way you were with your perfect blueprint for perfect reasons. Don't you ever doubt that, and don't you ever say mean things to you, because you were born to be the unique you are. Dare to shine your magnificence. Dare to surround yourself with supportive, nurturing, wonderful people. Dare to soar to new heights of brilliance and joy. It was Steve Smith who said the difference between a goal and a dream is a deadline. So what do you need to do to overcome whatever's going on to make your dream a reality? Just start there, whatever that is. And if you encounter any resistance from inside or outside to distance yourself, just do away with the dream stealers, the naysayers. You don't need that in your life. You can make a new choice. Happy, healthy, brave you. You are a gift to the world. And the magic always occurs when you dare to leap. It's true. It was Oprah Winfrey who said, luck is a matter of preparation, meeting opportunity. So ask one of your friends to be a goal buddy and be accountable to each other. Regularly check in with each other. Hire a coach who's going to help guide you. Risk-taking is actually part of life, and it's time to live, don't you think? Yeah. So just remember, ChunHaw HaSeYo is Korean for achieve the completion of your goal.